If you are wanting to get promoted, make more money, and be seen as more valuable by your employer, you need to be asking yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, how are you contributing and adding value? Number 2, how are you aligning with what the organization needs? So first, you need to know what the organization needs and wants from its employees. And then the question really is, how do I align with that? How am I delivering that? How am I thinking about this globally? And number 3, what is keeping my boss up at night? What are the pain points that my boss is trying to solve? What are the things that my boss is trying to solution or fix? Am I part of the problem, or am I helping solve those things, proactively coming up with answers, taking things off my boss's plate, trying to get in front of things for my boss, making my boss's job easier? If you're not thinking about those 3 things, doing those 3 things, I wouldn't pay you more money, I wouldn't promote you, and I wouldn't value you as an employee as much as I would people that are. I hope my client, who I will leave nameless, doesn't mind if I share kind of a situation he's been going through for about a year now. So he was recently part of a merger/acquisition. He's with a brand new company. His old company got taken out or bought out. And a lot of people around him were very quickly trying to figure out who's going to be kept and who's going to be asked to go, who's going to get packages, what are those packages going to look like. For those of us that are going to stay, how much are they going to pay us? Are they going to take our bonuses away or the things we've been accustomed to? What are our new titles going to be? What are our roles going to be? All of the questions that his whole group has been wondering about and has been influencing him and putting in front of him have been about, what are we going to get? What are they going to give us? And, are we going to be okay with that or not? Am I going to accept that? How do I position myself to get more? And nobody was really asking, what do these people need from us? Like, what are they valuing? What is culturally important around here? And am I going to contribute that? Am I going to add that? Am I going to show up every day trying to figure out how to be that and deliver that? It's the adage of ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I can't tell you how many people I see complain about what they didn't get and how they weren't treated, but they have absolutely no idea what the organization is trying to accomplish. They're just thinking about themselves. The best employees, they think organization first, then team or department or division, and then themselves. Because they know that if they're the kind of employee that always is wondering what the organization needs and wants and what their boss needs and wants and what things look like from the executive senior level and their boss's level, if they are that person that's always thinking about those things too and coming with solutions for those things and raising their hand to ask questions about those things and trying to influence others to do right by those things, they're gonna be the person that gets promoted and ends up in the senior role themselves and gets paid more, because they will have shown themselves to be a critical, key, integral part of the work, of the solution, of the progress. And all too often, instead of starting from that vantage point, people start from this all about me vantage point. It's a very sort of selfish, kind of a narcissistic approach to things, very defensive, but it's also probably rooted in fear. Like, oh my God, I'm afraid I'm not gonna have my job, and gosh, they haven't given us this, that's what makes the job so hard to do. Well, that probably is the kind of thinking that puts your job at risk. But if you're the person that says, I'm going to find a way to be successful no matter what, I'm gonna go ask to get on my boss's calendar, I'm gonna ask about the things my boss is worried about, and then I'm gonna schedule another meeting in a month or 6 weeks, come back and actually tell my boss what I've done with those things and how I've driven those things, then I'm probably not the person that's going to lose my job. I'm then the person that gets talked about in the room I'm not in. My name comes up when there's opportunities or work assignments. I want to share what happened with my client. So my client switched his thinking. He got very much focused on the mindset of, how do I help? How do I add value? How do I contribute? What is the organization asking and needing of us? What is valued around here? What's going to matter? And what's on my boss's mind? And let me align my day and my time with all of those things. Since then, my client has gotten new opportunities, has been told that he's definitely one of the people that is going to be staying. It looks like he's going to make as much money, if not more than he did before. He's getting the title that he's always wanted, and he's now getting recognized at large-scale events. He's got his boss, his boss's boss, all talking about him very positively and saying, we love the questions you're asking, we love the way you're thinking, you're exactly what we need. And the other people that have been asking kind of these reactive, like, what am I going to get paid and when are we going to get bonuses, and is it going to be the same plan we were on before, they're no longer with the organization. They've either been asked to leave or they've left of their own accord, trying to chase greener pastures or greener grass on the other side of the fence. Remember, the grass is not green on the other side of the fence. The grass is green where you water it. So again, if you're wanting to get promoted, wanting to move up, it all starts with you asking what you can give, not what you can get. And if you think about your job, your professional relationships that way, I guarantee you're going to have more success. Anyone wants to talk about any of this stuff with me, please reach out. I love talking about career development with people, professional development, kind of my obsession when I'm not doing other videos. So with that, thank you guys for your time today. I hope everyone is making a great day. It's up to you to do that.